set for a good AFC match. Houston Texans. And this for a touchback. On first down, it's Watson. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's second down.
And Charles, a look there at the Ravens draft class for 2020. And I tell you, for a team picking late in the draft, they came up with a couple of gems in the first few rounds.
They absolutely did, because when you're picking that late, you're not expected to get some of the best quality players in the draft, but they did. Patrick Queen at 28, maybe the top linebacker. And then for some people, J.K. Dobbins at 55 as a running back. A lot of people had him #1 on their boards.
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Hamler now on the return. Punt of 42 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now we get our first peek at the Ravens offense, and at the helm, of course, the most valuable player of the NFL in 2019, Lamar Jackson.
And to me, he's one of the 2 most difficult guys in the league to game plan for in the NFL, and I add Patrick Mahomes in that category. But just about every team we talk to getting ready for Lamar Jackson says the exact same thing. We've got to slow him down running the football. Yet no one's been able to really do it consistently. Now, the most impressive thing about his game to me, how he's developed as both a passer and a leader. His team believes in him.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Play fake here on first down. Out to his left. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's another first down on a big gainer.
And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
Just something to build on. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
The numbers for Johnson in last week's game: 18 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown. On second down now, it's Johnson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that is incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down and 4, Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll run it, and he goes out right around the 39. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. To him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
46-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Texans nothing.
On 2nd down and 4, Jackson dancing to his left. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 34.
Not sure much more could have been done there defensively. One up with him, tried to knock it away, tried to get an arm in, unsuccessfully. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll work
3 from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Jackson. Rolling to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He ran way too
Keith Bryant
fast.
was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Steps away. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the ball. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot and fell incomplete.
Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
A handoff to Johnson on the option.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. He looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Texans' 47-yard
line. This time Jackson will throw it. On the move to his left. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Chubb on the counter. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Calling a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup.
Why you say that?
Because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get it out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
But I would have to go, like, soon, because we're going to be doing the bridges and stuff. So you've been with that one for almost a week.
Dobbins. And the Ravens are going to
I don't like that.
he'll take these
I will miss you.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Nick out of the new season as the Ravens push further out in front.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by
so my question is, who's going to be coming in for therapy appointments? Who's going to be coming in for therapy appointments if the weather bad?
That cushion that we're looking for, they got that accomplished, scoring right before that happened. Tucker now to add the point.
And everybody going to be...
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8
That's
plays.
crazy.
And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown.
No, nobody's going to show up. Who's going to show up? If I go to the hotel, I'm taking my PlayStation. I'm Skyrimming it up. I got nothing else to do. I'm not going to have y'all.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much. As he's
Absolutely, it just beat me, you, and the doggies here.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception.
I mean, if y'all don't have no school, you ain't going to miss nothing.
1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Open man, the tight end fails. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Earlier in the quarter, when the defense was keen on the run, was set offensively.
I mean, you have to, right before you get ready to start tomorrow, you got to leave.
They did. Yeah, I'm not going to change
because tomorrow evening, tomorrow evening is when it's going to get bad.
The defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st
down.
That's
what I was thinking. I just want to make the right decision. I don't want to get fired.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout.
They said, if you want to go today, you can go today.
13 seconds to play in half.
I know, but
I still haven't washed clothes. I just washed all my stuff.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
That means you'll have to go vertical at least 2 minutes.
So we have come to halftime, and what's already due time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
wait, how much is this going to cost? I'm not that reimbursement. How much is it going to cost?
Play in the 2nd half. KJ Hamler returning it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They played the Browns last week, got the victory in that game, and so far so good as they've got the lead here. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
They're not going to have no rehearsals with no school.
A play action, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
When we call the game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
I need you have to answer the phone, Craig.
Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete.
I already told you that. You still have
second down.
This has certainly been a physical game.
We can chit-chat on PlayStation. You were sending you messages. Did I wait it? Hey, don't miss the field goal. That's the ball. What are you doing?
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
How is it holding after the fact? After I didn't got the yards and got tackled and going down in the flag. That is crazy.
Very often on running plays from those guys, because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers have so many tricks in the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete.
Deep ball accuracy. He was horrible. He was open. He just could not give him the ball.
Hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
That was horrible coverage. He was open. He got behind everybody. He just couldn't throw a deep ball.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game.
That's a perfect play call. He got behind him. He just could not get him the ball.
Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Watson again. This is Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up,
good D, boy.
It's tough in here.
Get back.
Trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 3rd down, Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
He didn't get that first, though. He was right there. He didn't get that first.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And returning it, here's Hamler. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards.
Okay, who is this
and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And after getting tackled, he...
Alright. Who is Edwards? Edward. Oh, no.
Still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. To his left. He's going to take off with it. And past the 40 before he's on the bounce.
I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but, you know, if you wanted proof of his straight line speed, look no further.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And the numbers here don't lie. According to the next-gen stats, he topped out at an even 22 miles an hour.
They run. Chubb. They'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson.
Okay, he's right there.
Bradley Roby there defensively.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They go play action now. Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Dude, his arm is
frustration there.
Back-to-back
ridiculous. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Zone now. Here's Jackson on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Hold on to the ball, dude.
Touchdown. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me.
Hold
and
on
they just
to
got
the
it
ball.
done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Tucker with the extra point. And it's now 21-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. And this one incomplete.
Too
much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They find Randall Cobb with a completion.
I didn't think he was going to throw that, but he did at the last minute. He pulled a Patrick Mahomes. He pulled a Patty.
Season in Dallas. Now he brings his veteran presence to Houston, where he can help the young quarterback, Deshaun Watson, continue to develop.
This is taken at the 23. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense.
Oh, thanks, man. Go take that.
It is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
At these tackles?
And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
No left in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is out.
Under pressure, and he will go down.
I see him coming. There was nothing I could do.
He got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust
Nothing.
and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run here with Edwards, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
Well, it was the big run that got them down into position, and then they finish it off one play later with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, and they've got them really thinking to themselves, after that big run, they're probably going to come back and hit us again with the same thing or something similar. Instead, they go to the air, and it's a touchdown that way.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Now this will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Houston set to take over.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now a throw here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Here's Watson to throw on third down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down Texans. Watson hooking up with Cooks. Watson looks to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield.
Oh, he's still falling.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Watson's throw going to be taken in by Johnson. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans cut into that lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late. 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now Jackson on first down. On the crossing route, complete. It's Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
Nice
And he
pass.
will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and this Texans offense. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. Means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they even change game planning a little bit in order to make things better for them.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a nice throw here right side. He holds it in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Again, it's Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. 3 yards the gain there, second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Second and 7.
He gets it over the middle of Cobb. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 14. From the red zone now, Watson. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Watson. And this is caught. Well, they get
my fault. I should have stayed. I did the right thing, and then I stopped and left. And then he threw it right there as soon as I left.
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I
agree. I read that all the way. Stopped it. Turned around.
It's good, and it's now 35-14. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Play action. It's Jackson being chased out left. Man open left side is Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a first down. Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long. When they throw the football, they're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
They say you got to put some leg. Look that off.
34 here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner.
Dang, so I was going to throw that big. So I dodged the bullet that first time, but they said they got it the second time.
The
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Baltimore, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City